Hey, what's up, guys? It's MLG. So I started this playlist. Following Runeslingers video about RPG, not video, but Facebook post about RPG influence and stuff like that. And I just I explained that I wanted to do here on YouTube instead of Facebook. And so the idea is that I called it RPGinfluenza because I was in solitary confinement at home, voluntary because of the coronavirus situation. But I don't feel good this morning about it. 2 days ago shit was going down already, but every day it's getting worse and worse and worse, and it doesn't make sense to make a pun, with the name of the video. So I'm gonna change it for influence, which is I think it's the same word in French than in English. I just don't feel good about it. I see all kind of people joking around, and it doesn't make sense to me. So I don't wanna go that route. Anyway, I don't wanna turn all political and talk about stuff like that over here. So I'm just gonna keep it to the point. So my second RPGinfluence, and they are in chronological order, is Wraith, the Oblivion. And my story with Wraith, the Oblivion, is when I started to learn about World of Darkness, and I watched Hammer Shit Steak, online game about Wraith, and I was talking with Null Inquisitor, and we played. He GM'd a couple sessions of it, and the influence Wraith had on me is the storyteller idea, the storyteller system idea. It was for me, it was kind of not revolutionary, but it was different. The whole idea of calling a GM the storyteller, the idea of the chapters and the sessions, and the idea of being in a huge setting where there's the story going on and all that, and that was special to me. And but for me, the main thing with Wraith that had an influence on me is the idea of the shadow. So the shadow in Wraith is this concept where the players portray each other's shadow. I don't remember if that was supposed to be done by the GM portraying the player's shadow, or if they decreed in the game that we should share it. Anyhow, we shared it, and with Null Inquisitor, and that was an amazing idea for me because it was revolutionary at the time. Like a couple years ago, maybe 5 years, 6, almost 7 years ago now. And it was the idea that players could be part of the world, could narrate stuff from the world, and narrate stuff. So as a player, you have another player, or person narrating your stuff for you that you have no power on, kind of thing. And there was I think that in Wraith, if I recall, there's this idea that you there's a struggle between you and your shadow thing, right? And so that was amazing. And it's like, so it creates this super interesting dynamic where everybody's involved with each other. And that can be done with all kinds of ideas, all kinds of concepts. We are in a pandemic right now. So think about an idea where there's a disease, and the disease makes you becoming, almost like zombie, cannibalistic, hyper-violent kind of thing. So once the disease gets into you, there is some waves of violence that comes in, and weird thoughts in your mind that makes you turn into a frenzy kind of thing. So it's almost like a shadow thing, but it's different. And you do that, and you share it together as a group and create a rule out of it, and it's just like everybody's involved with each other's character. And it's cool because it can show up anytime, out of nowhere. Just show up anytime out of nowhere, create some drama, some situation. And it was super like psychological, you know, in Wraith, because the shadow is like this, all your demons and your fear and shit talking to you in your head, and at the same time. So nobody, it's like metagaming. So it's like nobody around the table hears it except the player, but everyone hears it unless you do it in his ear, kind of thing. So an amazing concept, and really cool and really good idea that changed my whole perspective, because it opened me up to the idea of being a player, but influencing the world, influencing each other's decisions and moves and stuff through a narration that doesn't concern you as a player, doesn't concern your character. So this is huge. This taught me a lot of stuff, and it was a great time playing with No Inquisitor back then. And so and then you know, another thing that was cool with my relationship with Wraith is when the 20th anniversary edition came out, Runeslinger made a really extensive read through series, and it's an amazing. I recommend it to everyone, because it's an intrinsic view of what role-playing writing should be and how it is nowadays, and the difference, because Runeslinger had the opportunity to make a difference between editions and share his view about how it changed and evaluate. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, so Wraith was my second great influence, a game that I have a lot of desire to play one day again. And yeah, so this is it. This is my second RPG influence. All right, talk to you soon.